Greetings, family. Here again. You know how it goes already. You know if your nature's agreeable, come this way. Disagreeable, step back. You're bordering, but you're more on the side of turning agreeable. And you know what? We can't work with you. Come in, my youth.
Yeah, I'm back with Ladycrowne. We don't stay down, we stay up. We don't chat pop because it's real Tark. Episode 63. 6 and 3. 9.
9.
Completion. That's what we're dealing with.
Yes, it's been a bit of a mad weekend for us, you know. Little sniffles and sore throat. And you know what the men are like when they've got a little sore throat. Coming like them, I did.
Oh, that's not even that.
Yeah, it is like that. Yeah, so you know, Mum's not too wonderful. She went and exposed herself to a little cold and all the rest of that stuff. So then we get STS here, not feeling so wonderful either. But guess what? I'm there.
Oh, I'm still here.
You're still here. Just a short about time, but you know what? We're out in the heart of nature. We're back at the allotment.
Better up here.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. How y'all doing? How is everybody doing? I trust you're all well. Yeah, living your best life and enjoying the many blessings that is given to us on a daily, every second, every minute, every hour, every week, every month, every year, every decade, let me stop right there. I was kind of losing myself. I was one time. Well, I don't know what happened there, so I just felt myself going. Anyway.
Yeah.
They look like we're going to get much out of him. No, we're not.
Oh, right. That feeling, isn't it?
Yeah. So you just sit here and look pretty, and Ladycrowne would just deal with the things. Yeah. Wow. Well, first of all, I must say I don't know if anybody's heard, but there was it a football match in Indonesia, if I'm not mistaken, and they fans stormed the pitch at the end of the game because the side that hadn't lost for how many decades finally lost to this team, and the stands stormed the pitch. Police. Tear gas was fired into the crowds. Well, you know, it resulted in 100+ lives lost. Children were, trampled. They fired the tear gas and then a stampede ensued, literally. So you can imagine, if you think back to Hillsborough and the stampede that took place there and what happened. But this is a real tragedy. Yet again, a match where two sides come together to play. Somebody's going to have to win and somebody's going to have to lose. Why does it have to result in this kind of mindless violence? I don't know. I really don't. And apparently it's something that happens regularly in that country because the Prime Minister was saying that he hopes it's the last one. But my gosh, something has to be done. I mean, they've disbanded the league. I mean, there will be no more games for the foreseeable future. But hearts and prayers. I just don't know how many, you can imagine how many people this affected. If there's 125 plus that have lost their lives, then how many families extend from those men and women, or young boys and girls that actually died. So thoughts and prayers go out to all of those people that are mourning the loss of their loved ones who went to a match, of all places for this to happen. But I guess it's a sign of the times that people will act and do things that really they're not in full control of, because I mean, football is a lovely sport and it's a wonderful game. I used to enjoy watching it, before the Premiership type thing came along, and they made it kind of like elitist, and then you got your £1 million player, and then it literally spoilt the game for me. It became more about, the how much the players cost and how big their stadium was. Then grassroots level type football, where you see on a Sunday morning after the guys have been out on a Friday night or Saturday night, they meet up and play a match. So I lost a lot of the passion that I used to have for watching the game many years ago. But I do understand how people can get attached to their teams and fly the flag and do everything, know everything about these players, their lives, their wives, their house, know everything, and yet they know nothing about what's happening in the world around them. That the children that are going to bed hungry, it doesn't seem to that doesn't play any relevance, or their minds aren't even there. So maybe one day they'll get an awakening and they'll realise that everything that they've been given is really just nothing more than a distraction to take them away from their true self and what's really happening in the world. So yeah, let's send our thoughts and prayers out to all of those people that have been, you know, affected by this real tragedy. Yeah, he's still looking.
No, you know what? I'll jump in. A bit about the football. The Premiership is actually a corporation. It's a company. They're all working together now. So those 20 clubs within the Premiership are all working together to get the best out of business. It's all business now. Football's come down to, it's a money making sport. Just like most sports out there now, that especially the mainstream TV side of things, it's all about money now.
Sponsorships and all of those things.
They're working together. This is why a lot of I remember watching one African guy back in the day, and he was doing the breakdowns on the numbers about how a lot of them, they like to draw games and things because they want to keep you watching it all the way to the end. It's all about revenue for them. It's all about how many people are tapping in, and also gambling's a big thing with not only football, every sport. It's a big thing. It's been infiltrated by
big money,
big businessmen.
Yeah.
And
but look at some of the teams that were actually owned by Russian oligarchs, and you know, all of those sort of things. You know, it was like, wow, and they'd come in with how many millions or billions and buy a whole team.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It just amazed me how that could happen. But when you commercialize something, you make it into business, then that's exactly what happens. It becomes, like STS said, a business. It's no longer the game and the sport. It's, you know, money drives it.
Money orientated.
Yeah.
And also they say that a lot of the fees aren't even real, you know, undisclosed fees. That's what they like to say sometimes, because
that they actually pay for the
it's
player.
not even a lot of it's not even real. Some of it is, obviously, but a lot of it's not even real. It's literally, they're selling people dreams out there, you know what I mean? So when
glamorizing it.
Yeah, so when you see players like Neymar go to, I think it was when he went to PSG for 200 million.
Oh my goodness.
200 million.
200 million?
Yeah, 200 mil.
My God.
Yeah, he was
Imagine how much poor people you could have feed with that.
He might be still the highest. Yeah,
that's obscene.
He still might be the most expensive footballer. He probably isn't now, because I haven't been into football for a year and a half or so. But yeah, 200 million. You look at it and you think, if we can spend that much money on players, why can't we spend that money on the homeless? Why can't we spend that money on helping each other?
Yeah.
You know. My
God.
We got money to build great stadiums, but we haven't got money to help each other. It's ludicrous, you know. Right. It's ludicrous. You know, the billionaires out there, it's true when they say it's a club and you're not invited. You know what I mean? Because these lot can change the world in one day. Everything.
They could end poverty and hunger
in one day.
Just like that.
Yeah. And they choose not to. They choose to invest in illusions for the public to distract them.
Keep us dumbed
down. It's like the gladiators back in the day. That's what football reminds me of. Because while everyone's watching football, the people that are really doing things in this world are getting on with what's really going on. You know what I mean? And it does distract a lot of people, because even my psyche, myself, and people will be able to relate to this, is that when you're a fan of a club, you literally lose a lot of your thought patterns, a lot of your mind to that club, because that's where a lot of your focus is. So you focus on the players, you even focus on what team you're playing next week. They haven't even come yet. You focus, because it drifts your whole focus to their reality, and you create it. This is why, you know, the energy, like when it's 60,000. Remember when we went to Old Trafford to watch Jamaica and England? The energy, like the harvesting energy when you're there, one goal, and everyone's just shouting for one thing. It was beautiful. It was really nice.
I don't go to football matches. To be quite honest, that's the first football match I went to. That's when
Jamaica got slapped like 9-0.
Oh yeah, something like. Well, they put the best players out. You think England's playing because Jamaica just put like little what do you call them, second team out? No, mate.
Stevie G was out.
Yeah, they're the best players on that freaking pitch, because They didn't want no humiliation.
And it was a golden era of England. Steven Gerrard,
Mm.
Wayne Rooney,
Yeah.
Lampard.
Mm.
Yeah, trust me. Beckham. I think Beckham was even playing.
Yeah, they put them all out there, man.
Yeah.
Trust me, because they could not.
They wanted to slap him.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
We couldn't take the chance of being beaten like that, because they'd never lived that one down. I mean, they're still not living down the 1962 last World Cup winter, I did.
I think it was 1966, you know.
Well, 66?
1966.
1960, one of them, yeah, but it's a long freaking time ago. Yeah, what? And they still ain't freaking won another one. So, you know, it's a bit like they've landed on the moon. They went there in whatever year they said they went there, and or now they're being back. I don't know. That took place.
When you start learning about the numbers, because the numbers is linked with everything, not just celebrities and that. And I'm not saying everything, but for the majority, it's rigged. So they already know who's going to win. They already know who's going to win the Premiership before it even kicks off.
Yeah.
Everything is planned. You know, you got to realise that this is a big illusion that we're dealing with.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
You know what I mean? So when people, and you look at it, when you have that awareness, you look at it and think, wow, people are raging about all the, I used to myself, raging about losing against a team, raging about not winning the Premiership for 10 years. And people are starving. People are suffering.
Yeah.
That's why I said earlier, you know what I mean? They love to, you know, distract you with their $1 million, $1 billion businesses. And the sport, you know, the entertainment, the sport industry has really captured a lot of people. I remember when they locked it off, for, when was it, 2020?
Yeah, when
they have to bring that back.
The so-called COVID lick.
They have to bring that back because people go mad, fam. You know what I mean? When you, it's like a drill. You take it off,
Yeah.
they're gonna have withdrawal symptoms.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Football's a great sport, but as we've just been saying, it's not really a sport now. It's a business.
It's a business.
It's simple as
Yeah,
that.
they're corrupted. It's been corrupted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been infiltrated, man.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah.
And also, last thing that I want to know, I don't care, bro, because I know it's controversial. A lot of these players are actually not even men now. Just gotta keep it 100, fam. Like a lot of these men.
Well, what do you mean by that, STS? Explain yourself.
Okay, I tell a player for man to tap in, but there's many players. I used to be an Arsenal fan, innit? Guendouzi, search him up. You look at Guendouzi, you know what I'm talking about. Very feminine, very you know, got the hips, remember, you can't fake the skeleton system. That's one thing you can't do. You can fake the way they look, but you can't fake the way the skeleton system is. And the skeleton system from the female to the male is totally different, man. The female's got hips, the male's got straight torso, straight hips. You know what I mean? And big hands like this. You know what I mean? But yeah, just tap into that a bit more and realise that the transsexual thing is massive, in the sports industry.
You know something? When I think back, it's been there ever since ever. It's been there forever.
Beckham, Ronaldo, like these are big names that people be like, what are you talking about? They're like, yo, bro, do your research, bro.
Well, sometimes people, you know, are sold the illusion, and that's all
that's how they
capture you, because you know they just believe in the illusion. You've just got to, you know, really just, you know, have some discernment. You know what I mean? You see some great big strapping woman with big hands and thick neck and broad shoulders. I don't care if it's got you know, hair plaited and braided and lipstick on and all, and it calls itself Serena or Venus Williams. They were born boys. They're born men. They're genetically male. Oh, you say don't be silly, because who was it? Serena had a baby, didn't she? Yeah, of course she had a baby, just like Beyonce had her baby, a baby bump. Some surrogate mother from some place. If you're born male, you're not born with a womb, so you don't have the capacity to conceive, let alone carry a child in your womb. So, you know, it's time for people to really wake up and smell the coffee. Yeah? Stop living that illusion lifestyle and look at what's happening right in front of your face. They are lying to you. They've always lied to you. I don't know, I caught something on television the other day, because, you know, I don't watch it. I think it was Martina Navratilova. She used to be a tennis player back in the days in the 80s. When I say she, I mean he. It ticked like hand, tick, neck, everything. And, you know, the thing is about it, as these entities get older, the cracks really start to show. And when I mean the cracks, I actually do mean that. You should see it. Only per wrinkles and lines, and sat there being interviewed. I think it's probably one of them morning programs, and just like a man would sit down with them 2 foot apart, and when it was talking, the hands, I thought, oh my goodness, there's no woman hand mixer. Yeah, so they've always been in there. This is part of who and what they are. This is the agenda. Yeah, to transfer the men, make the men women, and make the women into men. They've done it in the movies, in the actors. Sandra Bullock you have a look at Sandra Bullock. I beg you do. Go and have a look at Sandra Bullock back in the day when it first came out. Be like, oh yeah, and have a look at Sandra Bullock now. You will not recognise it. Yeah, one of the last movies that it did, I can't remember it now, where she had the 2 children. She called one boy and one girl, and they had to stay blindfolded, otherwise something would happen to them. Can't remember what it's called now. But what was presented to us was a man. In that movie, it no longer looked feminine, yeah, because they can't hold on to it as much as they do in the youthful days. Jennifer Aniston, another one. Go and look at it. And forgive me for referring to as it, because I don't know what to call these people. Yeah, 4'11" or whether it's small, so got this petite type shape, but the hands, the neck, the shoulders, everything gives it away. And look at her in the younger days in the Friends, because that's where she was pretty much launched, and then how she looks now, totally different. You wouldn't even recognise it. Yeah, and that's what they've done. That's what they've done, because we've been ruled by demonic forces, by Satanists, that are into this sort of shit. That's why it's all around us and it's been normalised. Yeah, so we just accept all of these changes that they're implementing into society, but it's the takedown of men and women. We'll end up being whatever they want us to be, desensitized to all of the wicked and evil things that take place on the planet, and happy with the lives that they've given us, because we refuse to stand up as men and women and say, something, no, I don't agree with that. And if that means pulling out your son or daughter out of that school who's going to allow hogwash to take place in front of them, then doing that. But once that's what's on the curriculum, so that's fine by me, because you want them out of your hair for 8 hours or whatever it is. They spend more time with the absolute stranger than they do with you and the yours. Yeah, that's how detached we are from who and what we are. But for those of you that are aware, what's going off, spread it, share it with those who may well want to listen. If they don't, fine, fair enough, show them the video, show them the Telegram channel, get them on there. I mean, because it's not just myself and STS posting, we've got 2 admins on there posting information and things that are of interest to like-minded people. So there's a lot to tap into on that Telegram channel. I'm quite proud of. We're quite proud of the Telegram channel, because it's another forum, another platform that we can use to express what it is we think and what we want to say, and allow other people to take part in that as well. So yeah, keep on doing that. We've got STSD program 002, which is the new channel for STS, as you already know. The original STSD program was taken down by YouTube, just 400 videos, but we're not going to go there. So 002, tap into that and spread that far and wide. And we do the midweek catch up on there as well, so where I'm a little bit more sanitized, because obviously we don't want to flag it and have the channel taken down. Yeah, okay.
And one last thing I'd like to know,
Okay.
is remember when Loki was on about how we've been bombarded with images every day.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
In the society.
Yeah.
And this is why a lot of people are confused, because the subconscious does work on imagery, so everything that you see, it stores.
Yes.
So when the youth are getting bombarded with all this programming, it literally, they don't know where to go. That's how it's like they don't know where to go. They don't know whether to be righteous, whether to be evil. They haven't got a clue, because evil's presented to them as
good to get rewarded.
You get me. You get rewarded for it. Righteousness is like, ooh, you don't want to be that because it's not popular.
Yeah.
You want to be popular, mate. You want to be loved by everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, just watch what you focus on, innit? Because, like I say, wherever your focus goes, your energy flows. You gotta be very careful with what you're tapping into, because whatever you tune into, you can become. So just be careful about that. The amount of images that we see every day, like Loki said, a man or woman back in the 1970s wouldn't see that many images for the whole life. We're seeing it in one day. You got to deep it, man. You know, that's why you see this technology is beautiful.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it can be detrimental to our mental health.
Absolutely. That's why you need to be very careful about what it is you tap into, what it is you're actually viewing, listening to, because all of those things, and they might be out there, but you've got a choice whether or not to actually tap in and listen and watch. See what I'm saying? So we've always got choices. You know, things when I was on WhatsApp, things that used to come out on, you know, every minute, things that, and eventually, I mean, I just took the whole thing off. I don't even have WhatsApp anymore because, you know, I was being bombarded with things that really weren't things that I was interested in and wanted to talk about or be involved in. So I literally just came off the whole platform altogether. That's why I'm over on Telegram. So yeah, well, just to round off with obviously you guys will have known about what happened last week Wednesday with the gilts, which is the bond market and the pensions. I mean, I've been warning about pensions for a long time, you know, even talking to people just individually saying, look, you know, if you have got a pension, then, you know, when the time comes for you to take it or get it as early as you can, you know, just cash it out and don't take the little drib drab that they want to give you, because, you know, the pension pots are empty. I mean, they're literally, whoever comes in after you is now paying your pension, because your money's gone. They've used it to invest it, whatever they're doing with it, teethed it, I don't know. So the workforce goes down and decreases, therefore there's less money to pay out. And eventually, when the workforce is no longer there because, you know, it's been gutted by what's happening globally, then you can imagine that there's going to be nothing to pay out. So literally, I mean, everything would have gone to hell in a handbasket last week Wednesday if the Bank of England didn't step in with the 65 billion. They're going to be paying 5 billion a day for the next 13 days, and that started as from last week Wednesday. But they will continue to do that, yeah. So they'll continue to prop it up, so people will still get their monthly checks for their pension. But what's going to happen is, because they just, you know, this money's been created out of thin air. It's not like they said, oh, you know what, let's go into the vaults and take this 65 billion out and put it over here. No, this is some figures on a computer screen. So it's been created out of thin air. And so all that's going to do is increase the money supply. So your purchasing value, your purchasing amount, the money that you'd spend on a loaf of bread, you're probably going to pay twice as much for, because they're devaluing the currency. They're literally devaluing. So all of your wealth, you've paid into your pension for how many years? You've been working from your 20 or 30. You imagine. And now you're looking for a retirement where it's going to pay you X amount of money a month, and you're going to be living quite comfortable, go on holiday. You won't be able to do any of those things. Yeah, because literally whatever you have won't be enough for you to live on, because of what they're going to do in terms of just keep on printing. Yeah. Then if you've got savings, what a wonderful thing to have savings, because we have savings, so we'll put it down for rainy day and all those kind of things. Yeah. But then what if, you know, they do a bail-in? Oh, well, I can't see them doing that. Well, they did it in 2013 in Cyprus, yeah, when they took 6.9% out, 6.75% out of anybody's savings who had under 100,000 euros, and over that was 9.9%. So literally, got a haircut the next day they woke up, yeah, and then they were given shares in a bank. Why would you want shares in a bank that's failing, yeah? And if you go onto the Bank of England website, you'll see where they've actually got a bail-in policy, where they've actually written what they will do in the event of a bail-in. So they've already put these things in place. So if you think that your money's safe, and you know that it's not safe for a start, because they're all insolvent, all the banks are insolvent, we've all had letters, those of us who have got bank accounts have had letters saying, you know, they're going to be reducing the amount that you can withdraw from the 1st of November, you know, Pope Francis calling all the money that got in all the banks all over the world needed to be back in the Vatican Bank by the 1st of October. So the preparation has been put, the wheels are already turning. And for the average man and woman out there who's totally oblivious to what's happening, they're in for a rude awakening. Because literally it will be one of those Lehman Brother moments where the, too big to fail. Oh, no. It will never collapse. 2008 saw the collapse of Lehman Brothers. We're going to see like a collapse of a big bank, a major bank, maybe Deutsche Bank. And Deutsche Bank's been wobbling for the last how many years? Literally. And that's another thing, being propped up. But something like that's got to happen because of what's going off in the system. The liquidity is drying up. People are starting to wake up and realise, oh, hang on a second, I've got X amount of money in these shit. So they're selling shares, they're selling their bonds. Nobody wants to buy the bonds. Yeah? So we're going to end up in a real sticky situation. So for those of you out there, again, I will say it again. If you have your life savings, if you have pensions that you're due to, then I don't know, maybe it's too late for you to think about taking a lump sum, and never mind about the tax that they're going to take off you so you don't get the drib drab, because it's all going to go. It's all going to go. But whatever you can take out now, I recommend that you do something rather than do nothing. Yeah? So you got little dry powder sit on there, or, your precious metals. We've spoken about it before. The Stellar, XRP, Bitcoin, you need to expose yourself to different things, the tangible assets, bit of cryptocurrency, and then some of your gunpowder on the side, which is your cash, yeah? Because you might need it. If everything shuts down, ATMs aren't working, all of those payment systems in the supermarket aren't working, guess what you'll be able to do? They'll say, come this way if you've got cash. So you'll be able to at least provide for yourself and for your family, yeah? If there was ever a time to do it, this is a time. Stocking up on all your supplies, water, food, all of those things. Because we're going to go through some turmoil. We're going to go through it. Yeah, and all by design. All by design. Because it doesn't have to be this way. But if you've got people that are evil and wicked at the helm, then guess what? This is what they do. These are your Aleister Crowley type people then. This is what they do. Yeah? So forewarned is forearmed. Do what you need to do first. And most of all, preserve yourself. Keep your mind clear. Do some deep breathing. Take a cold shower. You get what I'm saying? Come in, my youth.
Oh, I thought you were going to wrap it.
No, I was, but I just got my nose running, so I'm thinking I best get off this camera.
Yeah, man. Just like Ladycrowne was saying, the cold showers helped me through this last 2 days, because why? Been going through it with head cold, and it's like a bug. It might have been my grandma that brought it back, I don't know. Someone's transferred a bug. And you know what though, I love it in fact, because when I go through these situations, just like my toothache the other week, I actually tap in even more with my consciousness and start really tapping into my thought patterns, my breathing, my cold showers, and start using the tools that I know that can help my biological structure. And also big ups to Ladycrowne for giving me certain things like bladder whack, iron, and lime and honey. Lime and honey, yeah. Hot drinks, because trust me, one thing that I've learned with life is that, and I have to learn this through suffering and pain, but it's real, is that through uncomfort can come your greatest growth. A lot of people, they stay in a comfort zone, so they don't grow. In fact, they get worse. Because just like my mentor said that day, your comfort zone can be your biggest prison. It's like just staying in your bedroom all day. I was in my bedroom last 2 days and I felt terrible. But I needed to do that because I needed to rest my body. I feel much better up here. Getting in touch with Mother Nature is key for us as well.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, they find that uncomfortable. Why? Because they haven't been doing that for the majority of their lives, a lot of people. So when they come into Mother Nature, oh, this is too cold, it's too wet. It's like, we've been conditioned and programmed to stay in our houses or go into buildings like, the shopping mall and things like that. We haven't been conditioned to align ourselves to where we really come from, which is nature, man. And those vibrations that Mother Nature gives out to you, oh my God, it heals you, man. You know, a lot of people don't realize this because they've been programmed to look elsewhere. You know, the Matrix has done a great job. It's done a great job on distracting people away from the true power. And this is how crazy it is. A lot of people don't even believe that's power.
Yeah.
You know, they don't even believe that tapping into your own frequency is your power. They believe, you know what I mean, getting a car, getting a house, you know what I mean, all the materialistic things. They think that's power. Like, so people can say to me, oh, look upon me. You know, we're in a world where we've got a lot of narcissistic personality disorders going on. You know what I mean? I like to call it a battle of the egos. I'm better than you. Look upon me.
Got more than you.
I've got more than you.
House.
Yeah.
But you see, all of those things are all material, and I'm telling you now, because of what's going to happen with interest rates. I mean, the mortgage products that were taken off the shelves on Wednesday, because I mean, this thing is massive. You know, it actually hit the mortgage industry. They took all their I think it was borrowing was 2.5. They instantly raised it to 4.5. Some of them it was taking them off completely because the offers that were on the table for people that were ready to sign their death pledge, because you and I know that's what they're going to sign, but they don't know. Literally, all those offers came off the table with what happened on Wednesday. That's how huge it is. So you're going to see interest rates go up. So you know, the pretty house, the pretty car, it's all on finance. If you're paying for it, you listen. You might have to walk away from it. You might have to hand the keys back to the bank because you cannot. You're now going to be in negative equity. You bought a house for £400,000. Your mortgage might be, I don't know, £1,500, £2,000. Imagine that mortgage going up to £5,000 a month. Imagine that. I'm not saying that your wages are going to go up in line with it, because it won't. That's what I'm saying. Those are the things that's going to happen to a lot of people. They'll end up back in negative equity. So you'll be paying out more than what the house is valued at, literally be handing back the keys. And if you lose your job on top of that, you're in a world of pain, trust me, and that's what's coming. That is what's coming on a bigger scale than 2008. And those of you who are interested, just go back and look at what happened in 2008 and multiply that by 100, because we're talking global systemic failures. Yeah? So do what you need to do. Spread the word far and wide. Yeah? So you can wake up as many people as possible. At least, though, if they don't listen to you, they can't say, well, nobody never did tell me, and I didn't realise. Yes, because I talk to people all the time, and I know that someone look at me and think, oh, there she goes, what's she talking about? But I'm telling you now, them same one are going to be looking in my face and say, oh my God, you did say. But then it was going to be too late for them and want me to give them some advice or support now. It'd be too late, because I'll be like, I'm sorry, I can't help you. Take care of you. I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? That's literally how it's going to go. So, enjoy the rest of your day, your evening, your night, wherever you are in the world. Round it off, STS.
Yeah, keep on tapping into your own frequency. Keep on loving yourself, baby. And remember that you can't stop hearing the truth. And it's all about what you do with the truth, in order for it to benefit you and others around you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Just, keep on loving yourself. Key thing, keep on loving yourself, because that love can sustain you for your whole life. A lot of people, they like to tap into this fear business because it's all about separating yourself from yourself, so you don't have to do your inner work. Keep on loving yourself all the time. I'm consistent with the way I present myself, so I tap in every single second. So does Ladycrowne. And a lot of that has to do with our energy. It's bouncing off each other. You know what I mean? Our energy is so powerful. You know, if you have a real presence about yourself and a real aura, people pick up on it, and you actually can heal others just with your presence. You know what I mean? This is why great yogis used to walk around, and people used to just get instant healing. Why? Because there's connecting with source energy, had it within them, so within, so without, just with no self-doubt. And that's all I really got to say for this one. Bit bunged up, but still here, baby. And shout out to Ladycrowne as well. This little lady here. I like to call her Miss Little Chunky.
Chica. I'm on a 9-day fast for those who are interested. Started on Saturday.
I haven't really had that much food though.
No, that's because you're not being well. If he was well, we'd be woke up in modes the way.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. But big ups to all of you out there, Just remember how powerful you are, Don't put your head down. You know what I mean? Just get yourself in that cold shower and just deal with it. But yeah, that's all we really got to say for this one. Hope this information has really helped you, and not just the information. It's like I like to say, it's not what people are really saying. It's the intention and the energy behind it. You know what I mean? And as long as that's resonating with you, then you know that it's good for you. But yeah, keep on working on your mind, body, and soul in order to achieve your goals. Because we're there with you spiritually. STS and Ladycrowne over and out. Peace and blessings.
Peace, my people.